Hi again, YouTube. This is VidHead85, and I want to talk a little bit about pride parades. I am all in favor of pride parades because of the simple fact that when you go to a pride parade, you feel a connection, or at least I do. I feel a connection as if it's almost like a yearbook or a class reunion. There's so many people that I see at Pride that I run across that I have seen at many points in my in everyday life that I may not have seen prior. So when I take a look at that and I think about it, I think, you know what? Pride parades are great because it's about the visibility. Now, no matter what, regardless of how visible we are going to be discriminated against, and people are going to hate us. That's just we were hated before and after pride parades were the norm. So I remember going to my first Pride at 19, and then later on, a couple of years later, maybe about like 6 years, I started going every year since last year. So I did go this year also. But I remember after Pride 2011, I was hearing people say that they don't go to Pride parades because it's so extravagant, it's so stereotypical, and they don't identify as that kind of thing, if you will. In other words, like I said, we're the whole straight acting gay guys. We're not that kind of gay folk. We're the respectable ones. But, I can appreciate the leather daddies, and I can also appreciate the bears. I can appreciate a lot of the difference of expression in the gay community, be it drag queens or even with the transgender community, which are very different things. So I can appreciate the full expression of the gay community, even the subculture, because you know what? Within every culture there is a subculture. The LGBT BDSM community is just like the straight BDSM community, but you don't hear a lot about that very often. So anyway, what I'm talking about is, they were speaking of Pride as if it were only the kinds of events that, almost as if they would be a poster person for the right-wingers, like how they go undercover and then they film all of these like stereotypical people, and they don't view like the gay churches where they're clad in a robe and collar, or where they are, there are people who are dressed like me, dressed like they could just be stepping out anytime soon, and they simply go with the stereotype. Now, these people were talking as if they were hateful of themselves because, they were saying, I wouldn't want to take my kids to Pride because I don't want them seeing, the all this or all that, because it's not family friendly, as if those two are exclusive. But this year we actually did at Buffalo Pride, we did have a family tent. We did have a tent for the younger kids, and they can do activities as a family, because that's who we are. We are the family. So anyway, Pride parades, are they any good? Yes. One thing is, it gets the community out and about, regardless of whether people cover the stereotypical imagery or not. Our opponents are going to oppose us at every turn, whether or not we had Pride, whether or not we have it every year, and where there are Pride starting up, they will oppose them. So no matter what, people are always going to oppose us. People are going to always have objections. People are going to say that we don't want them parading around here as if we're lepers or something. But we need that. We need that sense of community. We need that sense of, what about the gay lawyers and the gay doctors and the gay, professionals? There is a gay professional that needs that. There is a gay, clergy person who needs to see, that there are gay clergy. And for someone to say that Pride parades aren't any good because of the stereotypical aspect of it, they obviously haven't been to. They obviously don't know what Pride was intended to be. It was something where it said, you know what, we're going to be out, we're going to be about, because we are out and we are about, no matter what. You may not know that we're gay, but you know what, we're here, we're queer, and You're just going to have to deal with it. So that's my take on pride. You know, a lot of people may think of the stereotypical aspects of it, but what are some aspects of pride that you enjoy? I think that our very existence is political, and apolitical gays are an anathema on our community. But not saying that they are like just wrong and everything like that. Some people may not know how to get politically involved and everything, or they may only be comfortable with a certain amount of involvement, which is okay. You know, and certain people may not know how to fight for their rights. And that's where that's where activists come in. So anyway, let me know what you think. You know, are gay pride parades any good? If they are, say why. If they're not, why do you think so? And more than likely, for those who think that they're not, will probably think of the stereotypical imagery that the religious right tries to feed us about pride and their people, so that they can raise money to oppose our rights. So let me know what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, YouTube.